Hey there, queer book lovers! It's me, your favorite book-loving homosexual, Raimskie. And welcome to another book review for 2021. This time, I will be reviewing... Ta-da! The House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. Alright. Okay, I only have a few words to describe this book. And those words are beautiful, poignant, endearing, enchanting, and poetic, because those words sum up this book itself. Because when I first picked up this book, I actually thought that this is going to be focusing on the romance between two adult men. But that was not the case, because the reader is taken into this endearing and loving story about kids in an orphanage and how they made the lives of these two men a lot more colorful than before they met. So these two protagonists are named Linus Baker and Arthur Parnassus. Linus Baker is a caseworker, or rather is someone who works for the government. And Arthur Parnassus is the master of the orphanage that Linus will be meeting in. So, going back to Linus Baker, so he works for the department in charge of magical youth, or dichomy in short, I guess. That's how it's pronounced, I guess. So, yeah. So, what Linus does is he investigates incidences in orphanages that houses magical youths, orphaned magical youths. So whenever an incident happens in an orphanage, the dichomy sends a caseworker to them to know what happened and if the child or the orphanage needs to be closed down. So that's what these caseworkers do. And since Linus Baker is one of the best caseworkers out there, one of the best caseworkers in the dichomy, and although he is not being given recognition for all of his hard work, he was given a level 4 assignment, the highest assignment in their department. So, long story short, Linus Baker was sent to the Marsyas orphanage, which is located on an isolated island. This one right here. This is the Marsyas orphanage. Right before Linus got to the orphanage himself, he was given files of the children that he's going to be meeting. And according to the extremely upper management, which is kind of a funny name actually, the very top file on the folder that was given to him is the most notorious children of them all. And when he opened the file itself and read it, he actually fainted on the train station, because the information that was there reads that the child is the Antichrist himself, the child of Satan himself. So just imagine Linus Baker, a pretty conservative man, finding out that he's going to be meeting an Antichrist. The Antichrist, rather. He just fainted on the bench. And he was only woken up by the woman who was supposed to fetch him on the train station. Going fast forward, he met the children themselves. So he met a gnome who is actually a female, and this gnome has a beard. And he met a blob who dreams to be a bellhop. And then there's this shapeshifter, and he shapeshifts into Pomeranian and whenever he feels extreme emotions. And the fifth one is Theodore, who is a wyvern or wyvern, I guess? Yeah, so he is a dragon, basically. And the sixth one is Fee, and she is a sprite, a forest sprite, I guess. So Linus Baker was supposed to be investigating the orphanage for some reason. At first, he doesn't know why he was supposed to investigate them, but when he read Lucifer's file, he guessed that he was supposed to investigate his case, because You guys, he's the Antichrist. The Antichrist, the devil in the flesh. So he got to know each of the kids and he got closer to the master of the orphanage, which is Arthur Parnassus. And in the process, he was unable to detach himself from the people in that orphanage because that's how they should be working. Actually, because if you want to be impartial in your investigation, you have to be unattached to any of the people you are investigating, which did not happen to Linus Baker, because as he spent more time with the people in the orphanage, he got a lot closer to them. He knew about their dreams in life, about their likes and dislikes, and he got very, very fond of them, especially to Arthur Parnassus. But during his first 2 weeks of investigation, he got curious about who Arthur Parnassus is. And he asked the extremely upper management for his complete file. And when Linus Baker found out that he is, read the book, he eventually got a lot more closer and a lot more fonder of Arthur. Then fast forward again, after the 4 weeks that he investigated the orphanage, he eventually went back to his old gray life in the city. And that just tore them apart. Because you see, Linus and Arthur got a lot more closer than ever, and Linus grew fond of the children themselves. And during those 4 weeks that he was with them, he started to consider them as his own kids because he got to know all of their antics and their threats became empty to him. So, oh god, I'm going to cry again. Happy tears. So Linus eventually realized that the city is not his home and that Marsyas orphanage is the place where he needs to be. And oh god, I'm going to cry again. And when Linus returned to the island, the first one that he met is Talia, who he actually first met during his first time coming there. So when he met Talia, Talia was actually digging in her garden, doing her own thing. And she apparently was not paying attention to Linus. Talia then turned around and and Linus noticed that Talia was crying because she missed him. Like, she missed one of his to-be dads, I guess. Because, And then they got to say sorry to each other and, God, it's so endearing, so wonderful, so, I can't. I just have no words to describe how I felt during that time. I guess I felt happy because Linus finally realized that he belongs to the orphanage. He belongs there, and he belongs to the children, and he belongs to Arthur. And that is when they finally admitted their feelings to each other when he got back. This book is just so good. It's so wonderful. The words are beautifully woven together. And it mesmerizes you every single time that you open the book. And oh my god. I don't want to tell you guys what happened to Daikomi and what happened during Linus's first stay in the orphanage because you guys just have to find out. And again, you guys have to read this book because it's just a wonderful book. And one of the things that I've realized while reading this book is that the children themselves symbolizes the LGBTQI2S plus community, because what these magical youth experiences in their everyday lives is what our community has been experiencing in this reality, which is why I guess this is such an endearing book because it's queer positive. Anyway, before I cry myself out, I'm going to be rating this book 9 gorgeous stars because it's oh that's all I'm going to say. So good. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this little video of mine, and if you do, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and comment your thoughts down below. And please do follow me on my Instagram account as well if you'd like, which has the handle @Raimskie Reads. Again, this is Raimskie telling you guys to please hunt, discover, and read those queer books. Queer out!